What happens when worlds collide? From two cars in a parking lot to subatomic particles in the Large Hadron Collider, all collisions are governed by one bedrock principle, the conservation of momentum. This law is simple but absolute. In any closed system, the total amount of momentum before a collision must equal the total amount of momentum after. Think of it as nature's perfect accounting. Let's start with the ideal scenario, an elastic collision. Imagine a cue ball striking another billiard ball. It's a clean transfer. The first ball stops, and the second one shoots off with the first one's speed. Here, not only is momentum conserved, but so is kinetic energy, the energy of motion. But the real world is often messier. In an inelastic collision, like a car crash, momentum is still conserved. However, kinetic energy is not. That energy doesn't just vanish, it's transformed into the sound of the impact, the heat from friction, and the energy needed to crumple metal. The most extreme version is a perfectly inelastic collision, like a piece of clay hitting a wall. Let's apply this. A 1,000 kilogram car moving at 10 meters per second hits a stationary 2,000 kilogram truck, and their bumpers lock. The car's initial momentum now has to move their combined 3,000 kilogram mass. The math shows they'll move forward together at a much slower 3.33 meters per second. This same principle explains the recoil of a rifle. Before firing, the rifle and bullet are at rest, with zero total momentum. When the bullet shoots forward, the rifle must kick back with equal and opposite momentum, keeping the system's total at zero. By mastering the conservation of momentum, you unlock the ability to predict the future or reconstruct the past of any physical interaction. It's the universal language of things in motion.